Hello. So in this video, I want to show you exactly how the portfolio tab in Broki works. So every single mortgage file that you do in our system that's in your normal pipeline is going to show up in your portfolio. Now, things you're still working on are going to be in the active tab, but things that you've marked in your pipeline as complete will then go to the completed tab so you can easily see a list of all your past files. Now, in this list, you're going to see the loan code, you're going to see the client names, home price, closing date, lender, original balance, but you're also going to see current balance because we actually track the pay down schedule of the mortgage, and we also have the ability in the mortgage to add lump sum payments, add frequency changes from maybe monthly to accelerated biweekly that would affect that current balance. It's also going to pull in the interest rate. It's going to pull in payment frequency, payment amount, the type of product it is, the years remaining in the amortization, and this is actually a live years remaining. So if they took a variable and they're ahead of schedule, well, you're actually going to see the remaining years based on their pay down right here. Now, what's important is the fact that we have the current balance, we have the months remaining, and we have the penalty type based on what type of mortgage product it is. Major banks use posted rates, and the monoline lenders, 3 months interest. Very rarely is it a IRD just because they use the contract rate for the calculation. But as you can see, we calculate the penalty amount, the break-even rate, the break-even monthly payment, and the obtainable rate is what you configure yourself, and then that gives you a net amount that they could save, either plus or minus. So to give you an example, we got this file along the top, there's 44 months remaining. The penalty right now is $23,000 just because it's a very large mortgage. Now the break-even rate would be 5.46 in order to save $544 a month, because right now that mortgage is at 6%. So 5.46 is actually saving them $544 a month, and 544 over 44 months is $23,928. So with that, what we can do is we set our obtainable rates over here. So if I know that right now I can get a 4% obtainable rate, I can get a 3.9 insurable, and then a 3.8 insured, we click apply, and it will readjust all the different mortgages in your portfolio and correctly put the obtainable rate on the type of file. So this one was our conventional, and then we got the insured, and so on. So if you look, it says savings of $61,000. Now that's really high, but keep in mind this is like a $1.6 million mortgage, and we're reducing it from 6% down to 4%. So that's why the savings are so outrageous. Now I want to outline quickly what the best case scenario, average scenario, and worst case means. So average is using actual posted rates. So this is the posted rates that we had dated back all the way until 2021. Best case scenario is a slight fluctuation to that, a 0.15 difference in the posted rate. As you can see right here, 0.15 difference, and then worst case is 0.15 higher. And that's just to account for any variance if they maybe had a rate hold leading up to getting their mortgage or so on. So it's just to give a little bit more flexibility and give a range rather than saying this is the exact payment amount. At the end of the day, this is a tool for you to identify opportunities. It's not to be relied on 100%. You're going to want to get that payout statement from the lender. However, I can say it is very accurate. Now, the cool thing is, we have these monthly reports that you can turn on. So there's this toggle. By default, they'll be off. And after you fund a file, you can come in here and turn on the report. Beside, it'll show how many reports have been sent. When you turn on a report, one report will get sent every single month automatically to that client, outlining what their net savings opportunity could be, how much equity they have, and if it's a good time to potentially refi, with some call to actions. This also doubles as a renewal reminder. So 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 120 days out from maturity, it's also going to remind them on top of their report saying you need to contact your broker. It's time to start talking about renewals. Now, I'm going to show you what those renewals look like. So if we click into one of these files and you go to the homeowner page where it says client snapshot, this is all the mortgage details. And you can preview the report right here. So if I got preview, this is what the report looks like. So we got your info up at the top saying hi to the client. Here's your monthly homeowner snapshot, their property value, your equity. So this equity amount will actually go up over time as their mortgage is being paid down, because like I said, we do track that pay down. your monthly payment, the gross savings if they were to lower their interest rate. The net savings is how much they're actually saving after accounting for this entire prepayment penalty. And then their equity split up right here, along with their mortgage details, and then a call to action at the bottom. Now, if a realtor was part of this file, it would actually show the realtor on the bottom too. Let me find one that has a realtor so I can show you. It's just this thing in the way. I believe this one has a realtor. Let me see, advisors. Yep, okay, there's a realtor assigned. So if you have a realtor assigned, that realtor will be at the bottom of the report, keeping them front and center. Now, as of right now, we aren't using appraisal data to update the property value. That is basically set based on what they purchased the property at, or maybe you did a new mortgage for them, you got appraisal done, and you would update the amount. But we kind of did that on purpose because at the end of the day, this is a very good opportunity to plug your realtor at the bottom that help these clients and keep them top of mind and say, curious about your current home valuation, contact your realtor for a professional home evaluation. And it's a good way to keep them front and center. So what you can use this for is not only a tool to keep your clients, keep you top of mind with your clients, but also keep your realtor top of mind with the clients. There's a lot of value to that realtor and obtaining new referral partners. And like you can see in this one, it says renewal reminder, you have 2 months till maturity. So therefore you're never missing out on those renewals. So this is the report that gets sent out. Now, like I mentioned, it gets sent out once a month. It gets sent out every month from the day that they close. So if they close on the 14th, every month on the 14th, it will get sent out automatically, unless you turn it off, of course. But you can also send them manually here by clicking send report now. So a bunch of different things you can do with this report, but honestly, I think this is an immense amount of value, not only for ensuring every single client stays basically top of mind, or you stay top of mind with every single client. You can also identify the refinance opportunities and help your referral partners out at the same time. This is fantastic. One thing though, you're definitely going to want to go through your past database and make sure that anything you submitted for compliance, like commitments and all that stuff on all your old files, that you are using the correct rate in here. Our system will automatically calculate the remaining or the current balance and the remaining amortization. As you can see here, it will say estimated balance, estimated amortization based on the paydown schedule. All you really need to do is make sure you have the lender correct, the rate correct, amortization correct, basically all the starting details and the closing dates correct. It's good to go back and clean up your data if you don't, because this feature really only works based on how clean your data is. And that's probably the most valuable thing you could do for your business is clean up your past files, start tracking them properly. And now here on out, whenever you close a file, you have a protocol to make sure that everything is correct before you mark it as complete. That's the best way to scale. So if you have any questions about this feature, feel free to reach out. If you're not signed up for Broki, click the sign up now. You can get a 14-day free trial. And I want to mention to you guys, this feature, there's no limit to how many files you can have in there. I know there's some other platforms out there that will charge you $100 for 100 files, $200 for 200 files, and it keeps scaling up the more files you have. You could have 3,000, 4,000 files in here. We're not charging you any extra. This is a service built in because at the end of the day, we're not sending the email marketing out through our own server. The emails get sent out through your actual Gmail or Outlook that's connected. So it's actually coming from your email too in case they do reply. And it's also not a hosted link, meaning when it's sending these reports to the client, it's sending them as an actual email. So all they gotta do is open the email and they see it right there and there. A lot of these other programs are sending a link and then it's just a templated email with that link. And it's another barrier that the client has to get through and actually click that link. So very, very valuable feature and really hoping that you guys enjoy it. And if you have any feedback, be sure to reach out. We're more than happy to listen to it. Thanks a lot. Talk to you soon.